We're drilling this now and Morgan's tyres are just going down, which is a good job because it's not quite bearing it properly behind the wheels. So hopefully they'll start to go down, and then looks big to feel like that, doesn't it? Hopefully by the time he comes back this side, it'll be okay. It takes a while. It nearly takes longer to take the tyres down than it does to put them up. We are drilling quite a high seed rate as well because it's so late. It's too late for barley, but desperate times. It's better conditions now than it has been for the last however long. So we'll see what happens. Now I hope he doesn't miss a bit and spoils the view out my new office window. Oh, it's bulldozed in the middle where them rollers meet. Occasionally in the middle it grabs hold of a chunk and stalls the wheels when it's loose. It's a bit annoying. We need to do a mod, I think. We put them spoke wheels on thinking that'd help. Don't know really whether it has much. I think it needs like a chain hanging down to pull the debris out. Right, we unblocked it and he's gone up there and he's come back down and it's done it again. Oh! So frustrating. It's just so sticky. You normally wouldn't be out in these conditions. Oh, is it? Oh no. That's where it was. Oh no, it hadn't blocked. I thought it had. There'd be a lump there if it had. Rob's just juicing the quad track up, and then he's going to try and work that ground that I was at yesterday. I'll get the chain ready, the strap ready to tow him out. There's one for you. That pipe has gone tight again. It works its way back. It can't hook on anything. But for some reason, it manages to end up down there and gone back through. If anyone's got any ideas what's causing it, is it pulsing or what? We don't know. Just weighing how much is left in this bag of seed. It was one from last year. I'm going to blend it in and put it on the poorer ground as well. Matt's going to put the rest of them windows in on that skin. We still got the other skin to do, but temporary now. At least we can get it weatherproof. So Morgan's just pulled up in the gateway. Ready? Now it doesn't look like it, but you've got Phacelia, mustard that's completely gone to seed. We've got linseed that's gone to seed. We've got clover in the bottom. We've got buckwheat that's been eaten already. And now we've got this tiny groove in the floor where we've put some barley in. So let's come back in a few weeks and hopefully the barley will start to emerge out of the ashes of this now dead crop, that the birds can come and eat all these seeds and leave the barley alone. Then in the spring we should have a crop of barley. It is very late, but you know, fortune favour the brave, or needs must, shall we say. If this works, it's fantastic because we're delivering for nature and we're still growing food all in the same place. Only really made possible through the fact that we can direct drill into this without killing it. Morgan now. Pretty difficult to see where he's actually been. Good job we've got GPS. Might not see from here, but that's pollen, I think. No, you can't. It's kicking up. See the trees there, then the trees there. Yeah, it's pollen knocking off the plants. Morgan has finished the barley and it's really clean. Clean the drill. Going through that mix. I'm just going to take Robbie's dinner. He's on the quad track trying to work out them wheelings for the potatoes. It's very wet, but he's managed to rip all this out where the trailers were. It's actually not doing a bad job, especially with him going steady in it. The packer's leaving nice ridges to get the wind on to dry. Floats over the top of the ruts, that, doesn't it? It's like unbelievable what it does, isn't it? It takes the bumper off my car. Pass him his dinner up. On board now. We probably need a hovercraft for some of this. See where it's been getting stuck there. Where it's dry, but where it's wet, it's very wet. That isn't a pond, that's a flood. Tried to lift up and bomb it through, but well, he was out then. Just trying to pick somewhere. We're trying to get rid of this water. I think we're going to go and get the other grubber that's not got the disc of the packer, and hopefully we can charge through some of these wet bits at some speed, bust the surface compaction that the trailers have caused, and get rid of the water. I know better tracks would help, but equally, would they just get you further into the wet hole and make it harder for you to get out? This was some I worked the other week and there's no water lay on it. Right, I've come back to get the FG grubber because we thought it might take less pulling. Got here, Rob's got stuck, and now I'm like, do I take it anyway while I'm going, or do we just go and tow him out? I suppose I can leave it in the field, can't I? I'll take it and we'll take both. I'll just swap the drawbar now. Hey, that's looking good, isn't it now? Right, got this on. We'll see if it's a bit easier to pull, although it is wider. We've just dropped this off and then realised that drawbar pin doesn't fit through that, and we need another pin out the yard, which I've come without. Oh, so annoying. Go! Got that, but I think it's going to bend it because when it sits in there, as it pushes backwards and forwards and that hits there, it's just going to bend this. Anyway, John's on his way up with the other pin up that we use because we've got to put the Merlot around it anyway and lift it up to get it on because it's sunk. I've now got the Toronto on the 728 and it looks absolutely huge because it's about 20 foot closer to the track than it is when it's on the quad track. Then try red. Fold up. That's it. So I'll run this back on this tractor. John's coming with the Merlot and the drawbar pin for that, and Rob will get some done before it goes dark with a bit of luck. Drop this off now, then put the low loader on. Take the digger up to Wellbrook with the grab to load the bits of wood that we took off the shed that were rotten when we reclad it because it's bonfire night, so as we'll warm ourselves up later with that. We'll just pull all these pipes off this drawbar and then I'll give Rob a ring, see how he's getting on with the FG on that spud field. Apart from the skip, I think that looks really neat and tidy. We've got doors. This is just temporary because there will be the other skin, but you know, it was worth them spending the day putting them in because now it's weatherproof, and if we can work in here without, I keep pressing that button, don't I? Now we can work in here if it's cold, wet and rainy, because we can always just put a little space heater in. Looks mint, doesn't it? But yeah, we render it, pull them out and then put it there. We were going to temporarily do it with timber, but they just said by the time we've messed around making the timber, we can fix them in and move it over without wasting the timber. It's good though, isn't it? Problem is with load binders and chains, end up filthy. That should actually be the true test for whether you should be taxed on your farm, innit? You should make a swab of your steering wheel in your car, see if you can find oil, cow muck and all that kind of grease, blood, sweat and tears, and then swab your steering wheel, take it for a DNA analysis or a forensics lab, and if it's got all them on, you can get entrepreneurial relief or agricultural property relief.
Hi, it's Georgina here from the Farming Community Network. Just to remind everybody that we are going through some difficult times, there's no doubt about that, but there are many organisations out there that can support us. The Farming Community Network can be reached on 03000 111 999, and you can speak to somebody with a sympathetic ear that understands what's going on in the farming community, the stresses and strains that we all have to deal with, and we'll be there to walk with you through any challenges 365 days a year. 03000 111 999.
We're here now. I forgot to bring a saw, but hopefully you can crunch stuff up with a grab. I do think one of them hydro digs would be handy, so you wouldn't have to keep low loader and stuff. But then, that's brilliant on the field. Once the track's tightening a little bit, I think, actually. Oh, there's Morgan on his way home with a drill. We got the merle away, so John's putting it into like manageable sized chunks so that we can get it onto the trailer. We could have done this by hand, but picking up bits of wood with nails hanging out of it, it's just asking for cuts and bruises and lacerations. Now, are they gonna land in the right place? Without hitting the back of the tractor. Textbook. Just push them in from the back now. Oh, John's got that. There's like a big gob full now for the. He's taking it straight to the trailer. We need some UTV lights on this tractor and that digger. Don's just packing it in now below the boards. Squash it down a bit, hopefully. Last gob full. That is a match on at Everton as well. Fireworks. Talking of fireworks, we don't want any tomorrow at this Northern Farming Conference. We know the ministers have got it wrong at the moment, but the only way we're going to get them to reverse that decision is by getting them to listen and understand how far wrong it is. So, you know, keep it peaceful. Respect them and the auction mart staff as well, because they're only directing traffic. What they're worried about is there's too many people going to turn up and overwhelm the car parks, and people have paid to actually go to that conference a long time ago. So just be mindful of that if you're going up to Hexham tomorrow. That'll do. That goes right underneath, it's solid. Oh, John's nipped out in front of me. He only does 40k, homeward bound anyway. Got a bale of straw with damp patching, so I'll use this to set fire to the old timber. There we go. Before I do the birthdays, I just want to run one thing past you that looks like it's now actually in full swing. So sewage sludge is spread on agricultural land. So when you flush the toilet, it goes to the sewage farm, it gets treated, and what's left, which is basically the SH1T, then comes to farmland and is spread. We can obviously grow food in it. It's a massive thing that has to be done. Well, we've kind of had enough SH1T from the government at the moment. So the plan is all the farms are going to sit together and say, we don't want any more of your... So they're going to refuse to take it onto farms. So we were supposed to be getting some, but we're going to tell them we don't want it now. If everyone sticks together and does that, it's a massive problem that farmers solve for the people, and it will then fall straight back to the government to sort something out. So that's another sort of ace up our sleeve. So if you take sewage sludge, ring them up tomorrow, tell them you don't want it. Not many on today's birthday bumper. We got Liam Neighbour, I think it's pronounced as 16. Emma Hughes is 10. Natalie Shep, I think it's pronounced as 41. And Richard, I think it's Clay, is 70. A happy birthday everyone on there and anyone else whose birthday it is, and we're now 79,492. And James has got barley in his boots because he's just walked through that. Okay. While I sort his boots out, yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll get that land worked in the morning with the FG. Rob managed to get it going, and he said it was easy to pull because he's only doing the legs, and we just want to get that water gone. And Morgan's probably done about 100 acres of drilling, some barley and some wheat. That's for the barley. Right, I'll see you tomorrow.